Hey, what's up everyone? How you guys doing today? Thanks for coming out to the crazy live stream. We got a question and answer, so... Oh, I did it again. I keep forgetting to switch microphones. Hold on a second. I don't know why, but... I keep making it a bad habit to forget to switch microphones before I start streaming, because I normally stream at a different location than I make my videos, so yeah. Alright. So we got a question and answer for you guys. Thanks for coming out to the crazy stream. We're getting this thing ready to go here. And why can't I see myself? We got problems on the camera. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh, I see what happened. Hold on. This is messed up. We got issues. We got issues. Let me copy this. No! I suck today. Hold on. Copy. I suck today. Hold on a second. I'm messing this whole thing up. 1 minute. Your questions will have to wait because I can't find the freaking copy button. It's not letting me copy this. Here we go. Aha! Now I got the camera up and running. There we are. There we are. Alright, Angelica, Mentor, hello, hello. Logan, what's going on? Dingo, what's up, buddy? Derek, hello. Logan, Tank 1. We got Bread in the house. What's up, Bread? Humble. TX, what's going on? Nice to see you guys. Alright, so Derek says, Dan, do you have a step-by-step video on how to enter these raffles? I am not sure if I am doing it right. What raffles? Like, what raffles are you talking about? The giveaways on YouTube, I mean, if there's a giveaway video, I try to give detailed instructions of how it works and what you need to know. So, if it's on my channel, if there's a giveaway on my channel, you just watch the video and do what it says. It tells you exactly what you need to do. Now, if it's on somebody else's channel, I'm not really sure what you need to do. It probably depends on what the other person's asking for or whatever, but on my channel, watch the video and it should just tell you. Humble says, my first of your live stream. Well, welcome to the stream. Logan, what's going on, man? So far, not a bunch of questions yet. But Derek, hopefully that helps. Dingle says I'm not going to be able to watch the stream. That's alright, my man. If you're busy and you got stuff going on, that's fine, you know. We all got busy and we all get stuff to do. MM, what's up, buddy? How are you doing today? I appreciate you guys coming out. So, what's everybody's favorite robot that you currently have, right? I'm interested to know, what do you guys like playing? What are your favorite robots? Logan says, I got a Mark II robot. Which one? Very cool. Mark II stuff is always good, so congratulations on the Mark II robot. Very cool. Midnight. Midnight says Curry. Yeah, Curry is super good. Logan has a Mark II Gothic Mars. You know, I haven't played the Mars in quite a while. Mars is a little bit squishy. It dies very, very easily, but it's a fun robot to play. You got to play that thing very defensively and kind of like try and learn to stay behind your team and just throw your turrets off. But Mars was always really fun to play. It's just been quite a while since I played him, but I've always had a good time playing that robot. I feel like the Curry is kind of like the replacement of Mars, right? I feel like the Curry was like Mars 2.0. They took Mars and they took something else and kind of mixed them together. I'm trying to think, what did they mix together with Mars to make the Curry? There's got to be something. I can't really think of anything else, but maybe I don't know. What's up, Coburn? How you doing today? Logan says it's awesome. I killed a lot of robots. All of them didn't kill me. All right. Good stuff. Midnight says I haven't had much time with the Raptor, but I can see what the resource, the ruckus is all about. Raptor is extremely crazy. Like, Raptor is a crazy robot. It's not super easy to play, but man. Actually, I don't know why I just said that. It is super easy to play. It's a robot that doesn't take a whole lot of skill to play. And it's just really tough. Like, if you build it correctly, the Raptor is very hard to kill. Hey, Sloppy, what's up, buddy? Awesome to see ya. Dylan, hello. Alright, so Coolburn's at work. What do they got you doing today? Is it top secret? You probably can't tell us, can you? My guess is it's top secret and you're not allowed to say. Logan says, on the Mark II tier. Alright, so we got a question here. How do I get a good start with my new free-to-play account? So, you got to put a lot of time into playing, for one. And you want to make sure you're building the right robots. If you're spending money, you make sure you spend it on the right things. But this is my advice, right? Don't spend any of your gold until you have all 5 robot slots open. You're eventually going to get up to the higher leagues a little bit where you need to have all 5 robots. So that's very important. So as you earn gold, put it into opening all 5 robot slots. Don't spend it on anything else, or you're probably going to end up regretting it because you will need those slots. Maybe not at first. It may not feel like you need them, but you will. Next, put the Punisher, Punisher T, and Thunder weapons on everything. And don't replace those weapons with something else until you get a weapon that's actually good. Thunders are kind of so-so, but the Punisher and the Punisher T, if you can get past the 10-second reload time, they're very powerful weapons. And those can actually carry you up into the higher leagues. So basically, put those on everything. Now, Thunders, I would try to replace as quickly as possible because they're just kind of okay. But the Thunders are dirt cheap to upgrade. The Punisher and the Punisher Ts are dirt cheap to upgrade, which is what makes them worthwhile. That definitely makes them worthwhile. So, what is that? But, I was just going to say something and I've forgotten. What was I going to say? I don't remember. But also, you know, maybe if you get a weapon and you're not sure if it's good, stop by my channel or somebody else's channel, leave a comment and say, hey, is this weapon good? And we'll say yes or no. But don't upgrade something unless it's going to be playable in the higher leagues. You want to put your resources in the stuff you can continue to use as you get it. Hey, WizBiz, what's up, my man? Alright, so you're now the Hawk Tua clan. Wiz, thank you so much, buddy. We got a bright pink donation. I don't think I've ever seen a pink one before. Man, I appreciate that. Haktua. What does that mean? I've heard of Haktua before, but I don't know what the meaning behind that is. That sounds like someone spitting on something. Haktua. All right. Midnight says, "How you been feeling?" If you're talking to me, I'm doing okay. I was not feeling very good a couple of days ago, but I'm doing all right now. Wizbiz says I'm too old. What's that mean? What do you mean I'm too old? Aren't you older than me? Maybe you're not. I'm not sure. Andrew says, "What's your clan level? We're stuck at 57. 57. Are you talking about the star base? Andrew, I'm not sure what you're referring to, but the star base maxes out around 56 or 57. Eventually, they're going to add more stuff to it, but we don't really know when." Wiz says he doesn't know Haktua. No, I don't know what that is. Yeah, so eventually they will be adding more stuff to the star base. They said that was going to be like a several part addition to the game, so we're stuck around 57 as well right now. Humble says, "Can you explain different ratings of weapons, the damage?" Oh, man. Alright, so Humble, Alright, understanding the weapon damage in this game is very confusing because some damage is listed by bullet, some is listed by like particle, some is listed like damage per second. The way they got the damage ratings on this doesn't make sense. For example, if you take a look at the ions and the ultimate ions, they show very different amounts of damage, but they're rated differently. I personally have a really hard time understanding how the damage ratings work on these weapons. I look at those and I'm like, why do they do this? Like, I'm not sure why they rate them the way they rate them. It's very confusing, and I don't really understand how that works, unfortunately. I don't know. I mean, for example, if you're looking at the Punishers, I'm guessing the damage is per bullet. Like the Punishers are like the chain machine guns that shoot all these little bullets. So I would guess that's damage per bullet, or is that, I don't know. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's something I've never really been able to figure out well. What's up, Saint? He says the Haktua girl. Yeah, I guess I don't know what that is. Logan put damper on the Gothic Mars. Andrew is eating. Andrew just says eating. Well, if you're eating something, I hope it's yummy. Asia said Raptor just got change and kill. Raptor just charge and kill. Gotcha. Yeah. It's that's pretty much what you do with it. You just run in and destroy things, and it's pretty easy to play. I'll have to look up what Haktua is. Because I have no idea. What's that say? Frosting WR? That name is so small on my screen it's hard to read, but he says, "Hey, Danny." Yeah, Frosting here from Haktua. Hey, what's up, bud? Like the little... How'd you get those little weird... the little teeny letters? I've never seen that before. That's kind of neat. Logan says I should try the Gothic Mars with dampers. How many dampers do you have on it, Logan? K-Fed, what's up, buddy? Okay, so K-Fed wants to know, should he try a Stellar Sirius instead of a maxed out Nodens? Sirius is a robot that a lot of people don't like. Now, my personal feelings about the Sirius, I like it. I enjoy playing it, but it's definitely not like the best Titan out there. I think it's pretty good. It's a little bit boring to play. It's very slow. It's big. It's wide. It has a lot of trouble getting between certain buildings on some maps and stuff like that. So it's got a lot of disadvantages. But I think if you learn to play it as a true support, it can be pretty good. I mean, it's not a good healer like the Nodens, but it does have some healing. It does have the turrets you can throw off. I think it's a really cool Titan. I do really enjoy playing it, but it's not as good as like a Eiffel or a Luchador or a Rook or something like that. So what I've noticed though is most people don't seem to like it, unfortunately. I like it. I think it's fun to play, but not everybody does. So it's going to be kind of hit and miss on who enjoys playing that robot, but I think it's pretty decent. Edward says the Sirius is a cool looking pile of silver. Logan's got one damper on there. Cool, cool. Yeah, one's probably all you need, actually. Mohammed says there's a pilot ability called Faster Target Lockdown. What's that mean? Is it Guidance Operator? Is that what you're talking about? The lock on? So there's a pilot skill. If you have weapons like the Scourge that have to lock on to somebody before you can fire, that pilot skill will make certain weapons, but it has to be a weapon with a lock on. Like, you know, the original Ions had a lock on, the Zeus has a lock on, the Scourge has a lock on. What else has a lock on? There's only a small amount of weapons that have a lock on, but instead of taking 3 seconds to lock onto somebody or whatever it is, it takes half the time if you run the Guidance Operator. So I'm not really sure why that pilot skill is there. Where it is, it doesn't really make sense because you can only use that with some weapons. So that's a weapon-specific skill. But originally, I don't think when pilots came out, if I remember correctly, I don't think there were weapon-specific skills at first, were there? Except for that one. I mean, back when those pilots came out, I think people were still running the Scourge and Sparks and stuff. So I guess it made sense at that time because everybody was running those. But now nobody really is. But I've had a lot of people asking about... what's that robot called? You know, Falcon. Falcons. I was thinking about doing a Falcon for tomorrow's video. I was going to set up 2 Falcons on the Battle Wreck account, one traditionalist and one non-traditionalist. But I've been getting a lot of people inquiring about that lately. So I was going to set up the traditionalist Falcon with one of the lifesteal weapons. But that robot's really durable, but the problem is it doesn't seem to do any damage when you only have one weapon available. So I was thinking about trying to set it up with a lifesteal weapon to see if it makes it do a nice amount of damage, because that's a really strong weapon. But that's what I was planning on doing for tomorrow's video. But Falcon without the traditionalist is super fun to play. I have fun with that. A lot of fun with that. Humble put the Punishers on Dagon. I don't know if I've ever tried a Dagon with 6 Punishers, but I bet that would be pretty brutal until you have to reload for 10 seconds. But I bet that would be pretty dang good, man. Sandaly, am I saying your name right? I'm not sure, but hello, hello. I hope I said that correctly. I probably didn't. But yeah, right now though, I mean, if you're planning on buying a Titan with your resources, I would say Luchador is probably one of the best ones you can just go buy. I think Indra's awesome, Luchador's awesome, Minos can be really good as well right now, but the problem I have is the darn Eiffels, man. Those darn Eiffels are melting everybody. And that new Sniper Titan's a pain in the butt. If somebody can figure out how to play the new Sniper Titan, they can just destroy everybody. I'm not very good with the new Sniper Titan. It doesn't work for me. Hey, Daniel Sykes, what's up, buddy? Awesome to see ya. But I guess the thing is with that new Titan is you have to be, what is it, further than 600 or 700 meters to do the most damage with it. And it's actually kind of hard to do that much damage from those kind of distance if you really think about it. Not a lot of maps are really big enough for sniping. I mean, that's the problem, is there's so many maps where you can't really snipe. I mean, if you're on Canyon or if you're on Yamato, those are good sniping maps. Are there any other good sniping maps? Carrier, kinda. If you're really patient, you can do pretty well on Carrier. I'm not a big fan of the Carrier map, but that is one that does work. Actually, I'm looking forward to them changing that map. That might be way better once they change it. I don't know if you guys have played that on the test server, but they're testing some changes to Carrier on the test server, which I think is really cool. I'm kind of happy about that, honestly. I've never liked that map, so I'll be happy when they get rid of those 2 bars in the center that your robots always get stuck on when they jump. Those things are the worst. Like, oh, I hate those things. But yeah, that's never been... Ooh. Wow. Whoever's currently having a tropical storm, looks like in Illinois, maybe? I don't know, that looks awful. I looked over, the TV's on with the news, and if anybody's in that storm, I hope you guys are okay right now. Gosh. That does not look pleasant whatsoever. Definitely hope you guys are okay. That looks terrible. I'm guessing that must be a hurricane or something. Daniel says, I see the new map and it looks good. Insidious, what's up, buddy? What are steel weapons? I haven't seen one. Steel weapons. Humble, I'm not really sure what you mean by steel weapon. Oh, lifesteal? So the newest weapons that just came out drain people's health and heal you. They're basically, they take the other guy's health and give it back to you, basically. I think that's what you mean. Hey, D-Tech. What's up, what's up? Midnight says the vacuums. Yeah, some people call them the vacuum weapons. The Kirby's or the Sharks or the... What's some other vacuum cleaner brands? I can't think of anything. Hey, Jordan. He says, should I replace my maxed out self-repair unit with my level 1 Titan repair amp? Or wait till it's maxed out? Wait, self-repair unit? I'm confused. Alright, so a single level 1 Titan repair amplifier is not going to do much. Honestly, in my opinion, running one maxed out Titan repair amplifier is nice, but if you can run 2, if you can get 2 maxed out Titan repair amplifiers, that's when it does really well. So I wouldn't run 1 at level 1. I don't think it would do very much at all for you. So Daniel, are you about to get hit by the hurricane? Is that coming to where you're at? That sucks, man. They said we're going to get a lot of rain, but we're going to get a bunch of rain from it, but hopefully that's about it. I've never seen so many dang hurricanes as we had this year. It's crazy. Hey, Stacy. How are you doing today? Humble says, I waited forever to get a Titan. I got 4 of them, but no pilot. And 1 Vindicator. Yeah, you know, it's not super easy to get the pilots. I mean, if you got a few bucks to spend, you can go into the daily deals and you can buy a Yang Li pilot for like $5 or $6. But it's really hard to get them if you're not spending money. Or I'm trying to think. I mean, maybe there's been a couple they gave out for free here and there, I guess. But certain things are very hard to get without buying them, unfortunately. What's up, Nitten? How are you doing? What's the most meta build that's like the Ferrari of war robots? Well, right now there's 2 robots that really come to mind, the Curry and the Raptor. I mean, the Curry is pretty much amazing with anything you throw on it. I mean, Curry doesn't really care what you run on it as long as it's good. You can put any weapons you want on the Curry as long as they do good damage, and that's awesome. Now, if you have a Raptor with maybe like... Surprisingly, on the Raptor, I'm really liking 1 Subduer and 2 Magnetars. Or you can run 3 of the new Lifesteal weapons on it, but... Raptor and Curry are both just beasts right now. I mean, those things are monsters. If you build them right, you get the right pilot skills, the right weapons, right modules, they will tear you up. Logan says, it's hammering Myrtle Beach. Alright, you live in Michigan. You're probably, you're kind of close to us over here. We're on the other side of the Great Lakes as you. Humble says something about Hoover. Yeah, Hoover is a vacuum cleaner. The Hoovers. That sounds too close to the robot named Hover, though. People would get confused. Ah, man. Jordan says, if you could only pick 5 robots to play from now on, what would they be? Oh, Lord. That's a very hard question to answer. One thing about this game is things change from time to time. One robot might be wonderful now, but a year from now, it might not be doing that good. But 6 months after that, it might be good again. It kind of depends. They're always bringing out new stuff. And sometimes the new stuff will counter or something. So that's a very hard one to answer. But... like, if I had to choose 5 robots right now, I would say I would definitely pick a Curry, because that's the most fun robot for me to play. Probably a Pathfinder. Curry, Pathfinder, Phantom, because it's super fun. Curry, Pathfinder, Phantom. What else? I gotta pick 2 more. I guess the Fenrir, because that's just been my old trusty. Ooh, wait. Ultimate Fenrir. Because it's way better. Ultimate Fenrir. And... what would be my last robot? I don't know. Trying to think what the last one would be. I can't think of it offhand. There are so many robots that I enjoy playing, it's hard to pick a last one. Maybe the Ochi-Kochi. I don't know. That's not as good as it was. It's not like super meta anymore, but it's still really fun to play. Now, when Ochi-Kochi came out, I hated it. I thought that was the world's worst robot because it was so overpowered. It was a nightmare. Oh my god, it was so bad dealing with the Ochi-Kochis when they came out. It made you hate playing the game. I mean, there were so many of us who didn't play as much anymore after the Ochi-Kochi came out because it was so infuriating. Now it's good, but it's not crazy, so. Logan lives in Twin Lakes, Michigan. Not really sure where that is, but I'm actually over in Ohio. Midnight says Hover. I'll tell you what, Hover used to be such a good robot. Back in the day, that would have been one of my top picks, but now the Hover is not really very good. Midnight says Puncher and Shredders are not bad on the Raptor. You know, I haven't really played Puncher too much lately, but I put it on something a couple weeks back, and I had it on there for a day or two, and it seemed like it was doing pretty good. Logan, you out of here? Alright, have a great day, buddy. Andrew said I got a free Pascal drone from leaderboards. Nice, man. I honestly think Pascal is one of the best drones in the game. Like, it's a really good drone for durability. You can put that on pretty much any robot, and it's a big help. Ah, Daniel, you're in North Carolina. Gotcha. I'm not really sure how far that is from you, but I hope it doesn't hit you guys too hard, man. LHH, what's up, man? So, LHH wonders when they're going to nerf the lifesteal weapons in the Raptor, I think. But they haven't been nerfing stuff lately. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they haven't really been changing things much. There's been a couple of really mild rebalances, but they haven't done any major ones for a while. So it's actually kind of nice if you ask me. I kind of hope that they keep it to where they're only rebalancing stuff occasionally, because it's been really nice to get some stuff you like and just be able to play it for quite a while, right? A lot of times it feels like you get something and you're always like, well, man, I got to play it for like 3 months and now there's better stuff, or it's not as good anymore. And it's been nice that they haven't made any major rebalances lately. But I'm sure there's going to be... I'm sure there's still going to be some rebalances, but I think they're not planning on doing it very often anymore. So I don't know if it's going to be like a once a year thing. I mean, they have done a couple of really small rebalances, like they took away some of the rust effect on the what's that weapon? Subduers, which actually needed to be done because those weapons were ridiculous, making so you couldn't heal at all. Now they only take away 60% of your healing instead of all of it, which is really good. Nin says, as you said, Ocho was nerfed, but at least you can still run it in Champion League, but Ophion is crap. So here's the problem with the Ophion. It's not really that the Ophion is crap, it's that everybody has shield breakers now. Right? Everybody in Champion League, or a lot of people are running those unstable conduit modules, which give you shield breaker. And then the Raptor with the right setup has shield breaker, so everything can destroy the Ophion right through its shield. Like any robot with a shield right now, or I should say an energy shield, is struggling on the battlefield due to all the shield breakers everywhere. Like it's really hard to play Ares or Hades or Demeter or anything with a shield right now, unfortunately. Vale Goiji, hello. Unfortunately, I don't know what you're saying. If you happen to speak English, please type that, because I can't understand what you're saying there. But welcome to the stream. Blake Lee. Are you related to Stan Lee? Midnight says, what happened to the Feiners? I wasted a lot of resources on those weapons. What happened to them? I mean, unfortunately, they're pretty terrible weapons at the moment. That's one of those set of weapons that they nerfed into the ground. Like, I don't know why they nerfed the Feinters as hard as they did. Blake Lee, I won't steal your bacon. I'll try not to steal your bacon. Your bacon. Midnight says, like the claws. Yeah, the claws got destroyed as well. Unfortunately, there's a couple of weapons that they just hit way too hard for some reason. You know, I don't mind something getting rebalanced, but when they rebalance it to the point where you can't use it anymore, that's always a bummer, right? That always sucks. There's a couple of things that I think they've hit way too hard. It'd be nice if they would buff some of those things back up, because fainters were cool weapons. Now they're really, 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 really bad. Like, really bad. Yeah, the claws are really bad. The fainters are really bad. There's just a few things that they just hit a little too hard when they rebalanced it. Nitten says, it sucks when they nerf the weapons, especially if they make the reloads long. Any weapon with 8 seconds is unusable. I can deal with 8 seconds. I don't like 8 seconds, but I can deal with it. Now, 10 seconds or longer, I start to have problems with it, right? But we've gotten used to these 3-second reloads and 5-second reloads now, so it's amazing that a couple of seconds makes that big of a difference. But it really does. I mean, in this game, a few seconds can be life or death, so. It makes a huge deal. Oh, Daniel, I thought you said your neighbor got nerfed. I was like, what? He said my nether got nerfed to the ground. You know what? I never really played the nether. I sucked with the nether. There's a handful of robots in the game that I just never really got the hang of or never did good with. Nether was one of them. Like, I just could never do well with that robot. So when it got nerfed, I couldn't tell the difference. It felt the same to me. I was just really bad with it, but I know a lot of people stopped playing that one as soon as it got nerfed. It does look really cool, though. Nitten says it's like a mini Transformers kind of bot. Kinda, yeah. It does look a little bit like that, hey? I haven't played my nether in a long time, but every once in a while I would have a good game with it, but I thought that robot was really hard to play. Midnight said, I wish I could nerf a few neighbors. Man. That sounds nasty, man. You're gonna nerf the neighbors? Next thing you know, the FBI is gonna be out your door saying, hey, we hear you're trying to nerf some people over here. Alright, David, hello. Any tips on getting gold to level up fast? Not really. Getting gold, basically just play as many games as you can and do as good as you possibly can. Watch any videos or complete all the little daily tasks and stuff if there's any tasks for gold, but unless you're buying things in this game, it all kind of is slowly acquired. You can't really get a lot of anything quickly in this game. You just slowly acquire stuff. But I mean, generally you can go into the daily deals and get like 60,000 gold or 40,000 gold for like, I don't know, $5, $10. You can get a lot of gold really cheap. But it does take a long time to acquire a bunch of it. But I mean, as a new player, you're definitely going to need some gold to open your hangar slots and do this, that, and the other thing. But after you've been playing for a while, you'll probably find that you don't spend a lot of gold on stuff. So if you were to buy 60,000 gold and just use it to like maybe upgrade weapons faster and stuff like that, it would probably last you a really long time. So What's up, Gid? How you doing? He says, I love those Viper setups. Yeah, you know, Vipers are super cool. I don't like the reload time on the Vipers, but last time I played those, I had a lot of fun with them. Viper Al June used to be the best robot in the entire world back in the day. Alright, so you want to know if the Medea pilot works on Vipers. Medea. Isn't Medea the lockdown pilot? I can't remember what Medea does offhand. That's lockdown, right? So if Vipers have DOT, I know what Medea looks like, but I can't remember what the ability's for. You're going to have to refresh my memory on that one. What does that pilot do? I mean, if it works with DOT, it's going to work with the Vipers. Or it should. Daniel says, watch the ads. You can get a lot of gold every day. Daniel Sykes, how much can you actually get? I don't pay attention to things if I'm not looking for it, so I'm not sure how much gold you can actually get. For example, when I watch videos or collect stuff, I just go in there and I do it, and I don't even pay attention to how much I'm getting. I'm not very observant. Nitten wouldn't like to make the Orkans cool again. Unfortunately for that, you got to get the ultimate Orkans if you want the Orkans to be good again. You're going to need the ultimates, unfortunately. Daniel says she has DOT. So, I mean, Vipers are DOT weapons, so if the pilot has something to do with DOT, it should work on the Vipers. What it actually does, I don't remember, but I don't know if it makes the DOT stronger, but yeah, it definitely should work with those if it's a DOT pilot. Orkans were pretty crazy back in the day. I remember when those things first came out. Everybody had Orkans or Terrans. Those were two of the best weapons in the game. Lancelot running... What did we run on the heavy slot? We had Lancelots with either... Oh, yeah. We were running one of those shield thingy-dingies. What's that called? Ancile. Everybody ran an Ancile with either two Redeemer... No, I'm sorry. An Ancile with either two Terrans or two of the... My God. I'm having brain fart after brain fart after brain fart here. The things. The things. Hold on. the Orkans, right? Everybody ran everybody ran Ancile Terran or Ancile Orkans on it. But yeah, I ran one of each, and people told me not to do it. They're like, don't do that. That's a horrible build. But I loved it. I had one Orkan and one Terran and one Ancile. I thought that was a fun build. It was really good, actually. Andrew says 300 gold per day, which is 10 cents. So if you got 300 gold per day, 3, 6, 9. That would be like over 2,000 gold a week, right? $2,100 gold a week. That's not bad, actually. That would definitely, that would actually add up if you weren't spending it like crazy. If you can get that much, that's not bad. Nitten says ultimates are expensive. Got a top 4 leaderboards. Yeah, ultimate stuff is very hard to get, actually. Ramid says, can you check my hanger? Normally, I don't do hanger reviews on the live streams because they take too long and people get bored. I tried to do some actual hanger review live streams and it was chaotic and crazy, so I stopped doing them. It just took too long to do a review, and there were so many people there who wanted reviews, and we didn't have time to get everybody. It was rough trying to do hanger reviews on live streams, so I don't want to make a habit of that. But if you happen to be on my Discord server, you can post a picture of your hangar over there, and you'll probably get some advice from a couple of different people. I usually try and stop by there once or twice a day and look at stuff over there as well. So every once in a while, the last couple of days I've been pretty busy and haven't been over there as much, but if you are on my Discord, maybe post a photo of your hangar over there, and then some people will check it out. If I see it, I'll check it out. Ciro, what's up, bud? How are you doing today? Nice to see ya. Alright, so Daniel says they have a 2-part ad at 60 gold. So that would be 120 gold per day. You know, let me log on to the game really quick. I'm going to look and see if there's... Oh, you know what? Let me show you guys something about getting extra gold. There is another way to get a lot of gold really fast, but you do have to play other games to do it. Check this out. Yeah, check this out. Hold on. Midnight says, have you used the basic flames recently? Yeah, I mean, I don't actually like the flames. I think they're very hard to hit people with. There's too many fast-moving robots, and a lot of my robots move fast, and you're trying to lead. They're just really hard to use. I've never liked the flamethrowers. Even when they were the meta weapons, I always hated those. So I hardly ever run flamethrowers on anything. So where's the thing to get extra gold? Maybe it's not up here now. 12 days. I don't see it. Did they get rid of that? It's not in here, is it? There's a thing where you can normally sign up to play other games and they give you gold, but I'm not seeing that. Blake Lee says, the things, man. What things? Who's the things, man? Is that it? No, of course that's not it. It must not be on here right now, but there's usually a little thing you can click. A check mark. Where's the check mark? Am I blind? I don't see a check mark. Oh, okay, it's there. No, that's not it either. That's not either. It's like Tapjoy. It's like a Tapjoy Games thing. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah, I mean, there's two things right there. You can watch ads to get their 60 gold. There's another 20, or there's another 10. So there's 60. Hold on a second. So right there, if you watch the ads, you got 30, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 150. So there's 150 gold up there right now. But where's the Tapjoy thing? Amit, what's up, buddy? He says, my messages are not coming. I don't know. I see a couple of them. It looks like you posted a couple of messages recently. There's the Tapjoy is missing. It must be something that's only up there sometimes. But a lot of times there's a little thing you can click on and it will take you to another little website thingy that allows you to, complete tasks playing other games. And as somebody said, the test server, if you do the test server and you fill out the form, I think you have to record a video, post the video to YouTube, and then give them a link of it to prove that you played it. But you can get some gold every week by doing the test server and posting a video and filling out the form. Wow. Min says the gold plus button. I don't think so. Let's look. Ah, it is. That might be it. Get extra gold. If you click that. Yeah, it takes you over to this thing where you can play all these games. Good call, my man. They used to have it right on the hanger. I guess they moved it. But, yeah, look, here you can get 640,000 gold for doing whatever this is. 497,000 gold. More than likely, you're going to have to spend money on some of these games to get those big, huge amounts. But I've never seen that before. Almost 700,000 gold. I mean, that's crazy. Like, that one's going to give you 31 gold. More than likely, that's super easy. Here's a 1-minute quiz for 145 gold. Earn multiple rewards playing Alien Invasion. I actually play that game, sort of. When I can't sleep, sometimes I wake up and I open that up and play it for a few minutes. It's kind of a cool and lame game at the same time. Yeah, there's all kind of stuff you can do to earn gold. But how much of this is easy to do and how much of this is hard to do is the problem. But yeah. And it said click the gold plus thingy dingy. Alright. Yeah. Anyways, how do I get out of here? Back to War Robots. There we go. Alright, back to some old school gameplay. Smita said, if you don't mind, can you give me Mark II weapons? Alright, so YouTubers can't just send you stuff. And let's just say you win a giveaway. If you enter a giveaway and you win it, more than likely when the weapon shows up, it'll come at Mark I. So only the people who own the game can actually send stuff. So we can't send you things. Humble says the gold thing comes and goes. Yeah, you know, I thought it was always up there for some reason. Hey Vita, how's it going today? Nin says, I think they should have Tab Joy for Memoriam and Power Cells instead. Ooh, that would be nice, actually. That would actually be nice, especially for Power Cells. I know that's one thing a lot of people complain about is they have a hard time getting Power Cells without buying them, so. You know, if I can remember, I might suggest that to them. I might be like, hey, you guys ever think about doing this for resources other than gold? That'd be cool if you get like platinum, microchips. It'd be nice if they gave you a choice of different resources. That's actually a great idea. Really good idea. I'm going to mention that to them. I mean, I don't know if they'll pay attention to it, but I will mention it to them. I think that's a great idea. Midnight says farm gold. You know what? I wish I had a gold farm. We don't have any gold farms on this game, but Subto Nate says, how to do the quest. What quest, my friend? I'm not sure what you're referring to there. I guess there's a lot of different quest type of things in the game. There's a lot of stuff. This game has actually gotten pretty complicated. Like when I first started, there wasn't much to it. You basically had a robot, you threw some weapons on it, and you fought. There weren't drones, there weren't motherships, there weren't pilot skills, there weren't Titans. There weren't motherships. There weren't star bases. There weren't any drones. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but there's just a lot. They've added a lot of stuff. I mean, it's kind of cool in some ways. I mean, it's a good game. There's a lot going on. It makes the game fun in a lot of ways, but I think it's kind of complicated. Like if a new person or somebody comes back to the game who hasn't played in years, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, what is all this?" It's just kind of a lot to take in for somebody who's new, but I like some of the new stuff we have going on, and I also dislike some of the new stuff we have going on, just because it's just made there's just a lot to take in, right? A lot to take in. Daniel says it takes a while to learn it all. Yeah, I mean, I actually remember trying to play another robot game that was similar to this back in the day, and I found I found it to be a little confusing. I was like, well, I already know how to play War Robots. I understand everything on War Robots, so I kind of stopped playing that game just because I felt it was a little overly complicated and kept playing War Robots instead. So, but now I bet that game would have looked like really simple compared to all the stuff going on War Robots right now, but. So Han said, is there a way to collect Memoriam? Yeah, if you're in a clan, I mean... Here, let me go back to the game for a second. So if you're in a clan, right? All you got to do is go to your tasks. You do your clan tasks. Well, I've already finished all of mine, but... If you're in a clan, you can do these tasks, right? And you'll collect the Memoriam. You should be able to get... Depending on how many... the level of your star base depends on how many tasks you're going to get, but on the daily thing, like right here, I can actually watch some videos or whatever to get another 100 of this, but there's usually some in here. There's usually some in here. I think if you go over to the web shop, you can get some free thorium. And I feel like there's another way to get this as well, but I can't think of it offhand. Then if you go in here, you can donate. So I've currently got 700 saved up, so I'm going to go and donate that to my clan, but yeah, we're stuck at level 57 for a while. We got 4 microchips, 60 power cells, and 60 Memoriam from the stuff we have turned on. Let's see what we even got going on here. So we have turned on... Where's the stuff at? Where's the thing? There's some... Oh, this is one. Nope. Huh. I forget how to do this. Management, that's where it's at. So right now we have turned on the pilot training center. We have the upgrade token thing turned on. We've got the key thing turned on, and we've got the logistics center turned on. The rest of the stuff is... Oh wait, no. Those are the ones we have turned off. We have the microchip factory, ship control center, power cell thing, and the Memoriam thing. All right. Then we have these things that are always active. But yeah, every couple of days you can come in here and collect a few freebies. I think every 3 days it fills up. You should really come in here and every day and collect that if you can remember, but... Yeah, you know, we maxed our star base out a while ago, and now everybody's just donating to the star base, so we can't really use most of it because we got 50 some members in the clan. We got about 50 members, and you got 50 people putting several hundred of that in there per day. That adds up to a lot. Oh yeah, this thing. Let me see what's still in here. Everyone I know that's done this so far says they kind of regret it. It wasn't really worth it, but... Have you guys done this yet? Hank Shipyard? Has anybody tried this? I haven't heard good things about it. Most people said it, well, you know, I didn't get much out of it. They put a lot of thorium into it and didn't really get a whole lot out of it, unfortunately. Midnight says, I have a Starbase 29. Can't wait for 30. You're getting up there. You're getting up there. One thing like I would do is harass all your members. Like, hey, make sure you're earning and donating your thorium. Oh, you asked about memoriam, not thorium. I'm sorry. Those sound very, very similar. I mean, I think you can watch some ads and do some tasks to get memoriam. You know, that's one of those deals that's also kind of slow to collect. But Daniel Sykes is at 39. Yeah, you're getting up there. You guys are getting up there. Like, one thing we had an advantage is when this thing took off, when they changed it over, we had 48 members in the clan, and we already had 48 people to donate, so we maxed that thing out really fast. It only took a couple of weeks. I don't know, it felt like a couple of weeks. I don't know, it might have been 3 months, but to me it felt like a couple of weeks. I'm not very good at keeping track of time, so I don't know if something happened 2 days ago or 3 years ago. I just know it happened. Okay, I'm not quite that bad at it, but I'm pretty bad at keeping track of time. Alright, so you're looking to get Bernadette Wolf. It's a pain in the butt to get these things, but let me show you what you have to do. Let me go back to the game for a second. So, over here, alright, on the left-hand side, you see the little thing that looks like a helicopter pilot. So you click on this, you find your pilots. Now you can spend 50 gold like that, and every time you spend the gold, it changes to 3 new pilots. Here, I'll go do it again. I don't care. I got plenty of gold. So let me refresh it again for gold, right? You just kind of got to do that, or you can do once or twice. You can refresh it for free. And every 12 hours, it refreshes automatically. So you can either spend gold to refresh it, you can watch a couple of ads, or you can come back every so many hours and double check. And eventually, it's going to pop up in here. It's not super easy to get the pilots, unfortunately, but that's probably you got to be very patient and check this out daily. I would watch the ad. I think you can watch 2 ads if I remember correctly. But like some of the newer pilots will say not available in here, but if it doesn't say that, then you know you can get it. But the problem is there's so many pilots now, right? There's probably hundreds of pilots. So it's pretty freaking hard to wow. I don't have the original Linda Cano pilot for the Fenrir, I guess. But if it says not available in training center, then you're not able to get that specific pilot in that rotation. But most of these are available. But I don't have the damn Johnny? Really? That's interesting. I could have swore I had one of those. So it looks like there's a couple of pilots I don't have. I must have sold that by mistake. I know for sure I had that damn Johnny pilot. It says I don't have the Richard pilot either. Huh. That's for the Revenant. I must have sold those. There's a pretty good chance that I did sell a couple of those pilots by mistake. It says I don't have a Katie O'Donnell. I don't have this guy, whatever he is. That's a Fafnir pilot. I'm almost sure I have that. This thing, I wonder if this is incorrect. I'd have to go look, but I'm going to go look. Do I have these pilots? Let's find out. I gotta know, because I know I had them. Except for the Linda Cano, I may have never had that one. I gotta go in here and sell all these duplicate pilots too. Wow. It's amazing how fast these duplicate pilots add up. Like, I just went through and got rid of all of them. Now I got like 1 billion more, so. Gosh, that's a lot of pilots. I'm not really sure where I get all of these from, to tell you the truth, but I'm always getting pilot after pilot after pilot. It's insane. But yeah, there might be a couple that I just don't have. I was not expecting to have this many extra pilots. I feel like I just sold all my extras and now they're all back. But there's a pretty good chance that when I was selling my duplicates, I sold a couple that I didn't really want to, but that's okay because I'll probably never use those anyway. Daniel says something about the Linda pilot. Sorry, I'm probably boring you guys right now looking through all these pilots. You guys are probably like, man, he's looking through pilots. This is so boring. I apologize. We'll be done in a second. No, I guess I don't have a couple of those ones. But anyways, that's kind of how you get pilots these days. It's a bit of a pain because there's so many. I wish they would make so you could just go in there and buy the pilot that you wanted. Like, just buy it outright instead of having to refresh and refresh and refresh. But that's how they got it set up. It's crazy. Oh yeah, Amit says also you can get it from the black market silver chest. Yeah, some of the black market chests have pilots as well. Thank you, buddy. I forgot about that one. Good call. Midnight says hard metal. Are you talking about like the band Morbid Angel or something? What do I think is the worst pilot? Well, I mean, there's a lot of pilots. There's legendary pilots that have the legendary ability. And then there's the standard pilots that don't have any ability. And those are pretty much all the same, right? You can't get gold skills and they don't have an ability. So any of the non-legendary pilots are the worst pilots. They're all equally bad. They're all equally bad. What else was I going to say? Daniel Sykes is laughing at the damn Johnny. That damn Johnny pilot. I just don't have that one. What's up, Randy? Amos says, is resources in your clan available? Alright, so if you max out your star base, you can turn certain things on. And it will slowly accumulate whatever resources that is. But you have to have people donating enough memoriam every day to keep those turned on, because it takes X amount of memoriam per day to turn those on. So a lot of it's not, some of them are pretty good, some of that's not even worth turning on. But yeah, some of it's complete crap in there. Some of it's like, yeah, we should turn that on and get some free stuff, right? So if you turn on the right things, you will get a nice chunk of certain resources. But it just depends on which ones you turn on, right? Yeah, Midnight, my guess is either I never had it or I probably sold it. There's a pretty good chance I sold it and got rid of it. Emmett got the Bernadette. Nice, nice. Yeah, Bernadette's awesome. I almost said awful. Bernadette's awesome. That's a great pilot. Oh yeah, and there will be events where it only shows legendary pilots every time you refresh it. That's the best time to go in there and refresh stuff too. But yeah, I don't know. There's not really what I would call a worst pilot. Now, when it comes to the legendary pilots, though, I would say the Invader pilots are really bad. The Invader does not have a good pilot. I guess the one... I should take that back. I guess there's a couple Invader pilots that are okay, but none of them are really that wonderful, right? So I would only turn the stuff on in the starbase if you're making enough memoriam to cover it, plus you can have more coming in, because they are going to be adding more levels and stuff to the starbase, so you got to make sure you're getting enough of it. What in the heck is this? Sorry. Oh, it's a commercial for a game. I was like, what is this? What is that one robot with one heavy from like 2016? Boa? Maybe? The Shoots? Was it the Shoots? The Shoots had one heavy weapon, I believe. What else had only one heavy? I'm guessing you're talking about Shoots. Golem had more than one heavy weapon. I think he had a heavy and a couple of lights or a medium or something to go with it. But Shoots, I think, only had one single heavy weapon, and that was it. It's not a very good robot, just so you know. Not very good at all. Brandon says the Manny pilot is the worst. I don't know. I don't think Manny's that bad. It's okay for like a tanky robot. Like if it's I mean, it's not great. It's not a great pilot, but it's better than nothing. I do have a Manny pilot on my Wayland. Amit says the one that charges your ability to 500% damage is useless. Yeah, you know, the Invader's ability does such a small amount of damage. You add the pilot to add more damage and it still does nothing. Like, the damage is just too small. I mean, if it did more damage, that pilot would be great, but... Oh, wow. I'm looking at the weather for the storm again. If anybody's getting hammered by the storm, I hope you guys are doing okay right now. That doesn't look fun. Does not look fun. Hopefully everybody's safe. Daniel says they should add a Danny Lightning pilot. You know, that would be pretty cool. I've never asked about it. Maybe you have to ask about it to get one. I should be like, hey, when are you guys going to add a Danny Lightning pilot? They'll probably say never. They'll be like, never. And I'll be like, come on, though. Humble says, I never realized that you could sell pilots. Yeah, man. The only thing is you have to sell them one at a time. It's super, super boring. Since I have LD Player, I can actually set up a macro. I can just have it just automatically sell and sell and sell and sell. And I don't have to do anything but sit there and watch it. But you got to watch it because you want to make sure it's not going to start selling pilots you don't want it to sell. So you got to watch it really careful when you set it up for auto sell. But if you're on LD Player, you can do a macro where you like record what you're doing. So you can just go to a pilot, sell it, go to the next one, sell it, go to the next one, sell it. Do that 5 or 6 times, then stop it, then hit the play button, and then it will just automatically do that over and over and over until you tell it to stop. But you got to be really careful it's not selling things you don't want, because if you just let it go and you're not paying attention, next thing you know, you're going to sell all of your pilots. It's going to be bad. It's dangerous, but that's how I normally do it. And I remember the one day I started falling asleep and I was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, oh, I got to stop this now. I'm falling asleep. But, oh, God, if I would have fell asleep, I would have sold everything. It would have been awful. Daniel says, I think you deserve one. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. But I don't know. Maybe you need to have like 500,000 subscribers. I don't know. It would be cool to have a pilot. I noticed Adrian puts his pilot on some of his stuff. I mean, I guess I would too if I had one. Just if I had a pilot, though, I would hope it would actually be good. Midnight said he accidentally sold something when he was sleeping too. Oh man. I'm not sure how you pulled that off, but it sucks if you accidentally sell something. We got about 10 more minutes left on this stream, so if you guys got any last minute questions, get them on in there. Get them on in there, because we got about 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. I was playing with this little light here to try and make a cool lighting effect, but lighting's fun to play with, but I can light up like half of my face. Try and be all cinematic and stuff. Where's the buttons? There's buttons to adjust it as well, and I can't seem to find them for some reason. I suck at this. I suck with this little light. There we go. I don't know, it's just this little light that's like a... It's probably like a 2-inch by 4-inch square little light I got over here. It's not really ideal, but it's not the right kind of light to use for your face, but hey, it works. Now I've lost everybody's comments. Where'd they go? Oh my gosh, I've lost the comments. There they are. Midnight, you got it back. Good, good. Amma says, what do you recommend for free-to-play player? Fenrir, Scorpion, Gothic, Mars, and Mercury weapons. Alright, so for the Scorpion as a free-to-play player, I would look at getting some of the blast shotguns out of the workshop, like the cudgels and mace. Those are really good. You can build those. For the Fenrir, I would probably build a Redeemer. I would either go with a Redeemer and 2 Pulsars, or I would go with a Redeemer and 2 of the radiation weapons, like the Blights and Hazards. Or you could probably do an all radiation weapon setup. Any of those would be a pretty good combination. Weapons for Gothic Mars. I would probably go with pulsars and magnetars. I can't remember. Does he have mediums, lights, or just mediums? I think he's just got mediums. I would go with pulsars for the lockdown. That way you can lock people down and throw your turret off, and the turret can beat them up, and they can't really do much about getting away with it. Midnight says, why is it taking for the giveaways to get in your hangar? Is there only one person? I think there's only one person, yes. Midnight, when did you win the giveaway, and how long has it been? Yan says, what do you think of the new Intel system? I have no idea. It's not out yet. We don't really know much about it. It sounds interesting. It's supposed to balance out the game a little bit, so I don't know. I'm interested to actually get to try it and see what it's about, because my feeling is either going to be really cool or we're just going to be like, why did they do that, right? I don't know if it's going to be really cool or we're going to be like, that's boring, right? It could be either way. But what doesn't make sense to me is the fact that they say it's going to make your weapons do more damage and make you take less damage. So wouldn't that just even things out? Wouldn't that just even things out? I mean, I could be wrong there, but it seems like that would just do the same thing. I don't know. I don't really understand how it's going to work enough to really be able to give you guys any good ideas on it. But the way it sounds, it's probably not going to work very well, but I'm probably misunderstanding something. So if it works the way that I hope it's going to work, then it's actually going to be kind of cool. What's up, Terror? What is a restriction mode, Terror? I don't know what you had to turn off a restriction mode? What is that? But Midnight, I think there is one person that does all the giveaways, that sends all the items. Pretty sure. Do I think they should add an ultimate Cossack? I don't know. If it's good, that might be a lot of fun to play, but if it sucks, then no. It depends on whether or not it sucks, right? It could be really fun, but it could be super boring at the same time. If it was actually good, I think I would really enjoy playing that, but I was not expecting them to add an ultimate destroyer, so you never know, they might actually throw one on there one of these days. Daniel says it seems extra complicated. So Daniel, I don't think you have to do anything for the intel other than play the game, and then it just does its thing all by itself, is my understanding. So it's not going to really complicate things, because you just play and it does what it does. I don't think you have to go turn anything on or off or whatever, so I don't think it's going to add extra complications. Tara said it would be great if when we sell our stuff, we could get back the resources we used. Yeah, that would be nice, but unfortunately, my thing is, once you've upgraded something, don't sell it, because you're not going to get enough silver back. It's not worth selling your stuff. They just don't give enough stuff back, so don't sell your things. Don't sell your things. That's how I look at it. I don't really sell anything that I've leveled up unless I've got like several of them and I don't need it, but hang on to those things. Terror says restriction modes for one of my younger cousins using my device. I wish I knew how to set up something like that, because I have an aunt who's in a nursing home, and I don't know why she needs a cell phone, but she's always getting into the settings. You know, she's in a nursing home. She's got some problems and stuff, and she's always getting into the settings and messing up the phone. Like, I don't know why she's always playing with that stuff, but I was trying to figure out a way on an Android phone to make so she couldn't get into the settings and change things, but I wasn't able to figure that out. Like, I kind of did some Google searching on it, and nothing really came up that... Whoa, what was that noise? Something made a really strange sound outside. I don't know what that was, but that was freaky. Alright, it is almost time for our stream to end, so if you got like a last minute question, get it in there really quickly. Aurora Titan, hello, hello. How are you doing today? Unfortunately, you're coming at the end, but still nice to see you. You hope I don't get lightning by clouds. I don't think we're going to get anything too crazy from the storm here, but I know some people are about to get hit by that. But yeah, we are going to have some storms later today, but they said mainly, it looks like mainly for us, we just got to worry about getting like a lot of rain. Probably not too much of the other stuff to worry about, but they said lots of rain, like lots and lots and lots of rain. But we might get some thunderstorms. Hopefully that's all it is. Ah, Midnight says the solar drone giveaway. That was a little while ago, eh? So you're still waiting for that? Yeah, it can be very slow, unfortunately. I don't know how long ago that was. Like I said, I'm really bad at keeping track of time, so... I mean, that was probably a couple weeks ago, right? 2 or 3 weeks, I bet. I mean, normally you should get your prize in less than 2 weeks. Midnight says, will the Dagon survive? Right now, I mean, it's really good, but there's so many people running shield breakers. Dagon's awesome until you get hit with shield breaker. Yana says, do you think the new sniper weapon, the sniper titan weapons ain't powerful like the last weapons? Alright, so if you're talking about the new sniper weapons, the Vindicators, if you're over 600 meters, they do a lot of damage. If you're closer than 600 meters, they don't do very much damage at all. So it depends on how close or how far away those weapons are from you. But I would say they do hit very hard. So they hit really hard from a distance. But there's not a lot of people playing them because I think a lot of people don't really like sniping, especially with the Titans. Daniel says, Dagon is good, you just got to be careful. Hey, Dingle, what's up, buddy? How are you doing? Unfortunately, you're coming right at the end. But yeah, Stacy, I don't know. It could have been a thunderstorm rumble. I don't like storms, but... Terra says, the solar drone will make Mark III Reaper Crisis OP. Yeah, you know, if you got a Reaper with a solar drone and you got long-range weapons, that would be pretty insane. Ah, Frosting's back. What's up, buddy? Unfortunately, you're coming right back at the end. We got to end this in a couple of minutes, but I do appreciate all you guys coming out and watching my videos and hanging out with me and all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much. All right, last chance to get a question in if you got one really quick because our time is up. I am starving. I need to get some lunch here. I'm going to hit the little ending thing, but If you got a question, get it in there really quick before we gotta go. Frosting, glad you like the streams, my friend. Oh man, you're trying to get into YouTube. YouTube's rough, man. YouTube's rough. Alright. Quick tips on doing good on YouTube. So if you notice, I don't get as many views as some channels, so I may not be like the world's best YouTube expert, but you want to make sure your thumbnails grab people's attention and your titles are good. I'm not very good at making catchy titles, but they say titles are super important because if somebody's scrolling through YouTube, if the thumbnail catches their eye, they're going to read the title, and if the title sounds good, then they're likely to click on your video. So thumbnails and titles are very important for getting people to click on the video. You also need to make sure you put enough keywords in the title and description for YouTube to know what the video is about, so they know who to try and recommend the videos to. And then you just need to figure out how to make videos that people actually want to watch, right? That's probably easier said than done. But I honestly feel like if people enjoy your personality and they like listening to you talk, that's what really makes a channel grow and get huge. I mean, there's some people out there that just have these super charming personalities. They're just really nice to listen to. You can sit there and listen to certain people talk for like hours and enjoy it, right? But, you know, a lot of YouTube channels grow because they're putting out a lot of good information. So information channels, review channels, and personality channels seem to do the best, right? But you do want to talk, you just don't want to post gameplay. If you're doing War Robots videos and you're not talking and you're just posting games, those type of channels very rarely do well. Very rarely. But you got to talk. What else? And you kind of got to take, like, I don't know if you watch these YouTube guru videos where these guys give you this advice where they're supposed to know everything about YouTube. I think most of those YouTube guru channels are a bunch of scammers. Not really scammers, but they're a bunch of people that just make up crap or think they know what they're talking about when they don't, just to try and get a bunch of views. So one thing I've noticed about those YouTube gurus is they don't really know as much as they pretend they know. I mean, some of them do. There's a couple of those channels out there that are pretty good, but most of them are just kind of reusing the same content over and over and over. They just remake the same video, but they word it a little differently. I don't know. A lot of those YouTube gurus suck. I think Think Media... No, is it Think... No, it's not Think Media. Think Media is... what's that? I don't know. There's like Nick Nimmin or whatever. He's pretty good. I think his advice is pretty decent. There's another one that's pretty good too. I can't remember who it is, but there's a couple of them that give out good advice. But a lot of those guys, just be careful whose advice you take, because a lot of it's bad advice. Anyways, guys and girls, I think that's going to be it. I wish I was like this YouTube expert and could tell you exactly what to do, but there's like the basics, and then after that, I think it's just... people just have to like the content you're putting out. That's really what it is. People have to like the content you're putting out. All right, guys and girls, thank you so much for coming out to my crazy live stream. I really do appreciate it, but I think that's going to be it for the day. You guys and girls are super duper awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you a lot. To anybody who's a channel member or whoever donates, thank you so much. I see WizBiz donated a couple times today. Thank you, Wiz. Definitely appreciate that. And yeah. But even just thank you for watching my videos. I do appreciate the support. Have a wonderful day, and we will catch you next time. I'll be back on Thursday and Saturday for some more streams. But yeah, I think I'm going to do a Falcon video tomorrow. That should be fun. We'll set up a regular Falcon and a T-Falcon, and then that'll be some good times right there. All right, everybody. Lightning out. Have a great day, and thank you. You guys are awesome.